Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Call of Duty World War II, where we discuss the smallest details to the biggest things about the upcoming game, Call of Duty World War II. And today we're doing something a little bit different. So, you guys are used to this. This. And this. But today we're doing the complete opposite. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about America!
America! Fuck yeah! Coming again to save the motherfucking day! Yeah, America! Fuck yeah! Freedom is the only way, yeah! Terrorists, your game is through! Cause now you have to answer to America! Fuck yeah!
So, as we were saying, I got you there, didn't I? I always talk about communist stuff. I always talk about the Soviet Union when it comes to World War II game, or any kind of game, really. I talk about the Russians mostly. But this time, Call of Duty World War II is going to have some great American weapons. And I know things will change from the beta, from the balance to everything, really. But I just hope they maintain their solid state in this Call of Duty. They lacked in the past. Most of the American weapons didn't perform as well as like the other weapons in any other World War II Call of Duty title. But this year, it seems like there was some kind of change to that. We're going to talk about a few main weapons here, and I have them written down here. So we're going to talk about the 1911, the Winchester, the Grease gun, the Thompson, the 1903, and the potential Browning automatic rifle, which we don't know much about, wasn't in the beta. But we're going to talk briefly about it. So I'm going to have like timestamps in the description. So if you don't want to watch the whole thing, if you want to know about a specific weapon, you just go there, check what time it is, and then just go like skip ahead in the video to watch it. To start things off, we have the M1911, one of the most infamous pistols in human history. One that's been in service for God knows when. Like, for God knows how many years this thing was in service. Still reliable, still powerful, still being produced today by some companies. This thing is an amazing weapon. Though in this game, I would like to say that it's in the middle. Unlike any other American weapon in the game, the 1911 is in the middle. It's not that good, it's not that bad. Like, it's not as good. Like, even the pistols as a whole, the POA and the 1911, aren't as reliable as the Black Ops 2 pistols, where you can run around with them as a primary range and drop nukes. But they're not as unreliable as some of the other pistols, like the Atlas 45 from Advanced Warfare. Like, before the buff, that thing was shit. And after the buff, the thing is still shit. But that's it really for the 1911. Performs well. It's kind of like this weapon where you want to use in like killing people from the side, or killing people already injured, or pulling it out as your last stand or last chance. I know everyone hates last stand. But other than that, entering a gunfight with that will get you outgunned and killed right away. Unless you somehow pull it off. I'm not saying 100% you're going to die, but it's not as reliable as the other weapons. Let's move on to the next one. The second weapon on this list is the Winchester 1897. Now, I'm not a big shotgunner. I'm actually the complete opposite of a shotgunner. I'm a sniper most of the time. And I prefer longer ranges. But I tried to use the 1897 Winchester, and this shotgun performs really well on close quarters. Like, it just performed well. I'm not that big of a shotgunner, I say that again. But as a weapon, like, I tried it out, the thing performs pretty well. So, to the shotgunners of the community, this thing is a beast. And there's not much to say about this. Pump action, classic style shotgun. And the incendiary shells help it out a bit. And especially this thing's great at close range, which I don't know how to operate on, because honestly I work on more like longer ranges. But the thing is pretty good on closer ranges. Moving on to the next one. Next up, we have one of my favorite guns in the beta. the grease gun. This thing is amazing. Then a little bit of backstory. It's overshadowed by the Thompson as the American SMG. Now, the grease gun was a compact, mostly stamped, simple submachine gun that was issued to airborne units and to mechanized units or like tank crews, so they don't have to carry those long rifles. They can like carry compact submachine gun that's cheap to produce and is a bit reliable. And the thing performs really, really well in the game. It was one of my most used weapons during the beta, and I hope this thing maintains its momentum to the release. I hope they don't nerf it. I hope they don't ruin it, because as it is, the thing's great. Controllable fire rate, controllable recoil, damage is great, and the thing just performs really, really well. I really like the grease gun, and it's such an underrated weapon. I hope they like shed some light on it with this World War II Call of Duty. And the next one is the Lord and Savior, Thompson Christ. Now this one, the Thompson, is one of those weapons that are plain overpowered, to be honest with you guys. The thing performs really, really well. The thing is a freaking monster. It's a monster in this game. Controllable, high fire rate, nice damage. The thing is just beastly. Known as the God Gun amongst the community at this moment. I hope they don't nerf it. I hope like what happened to the Razorback back in the BO3 beta doesn't happen to this gun and gets nerfed to shit. And well, Thompson, dude, one of the best weapons, the most overrated yet amazing weapon of the World War II era. And well, this gun is just so good. It's just so good. I don't know if they're gonna balance it out. I don't know if you're gonna change something, but the thing is pretty good. Next up, we have the M1 Garand. I didn't mention that at the beginning of the video. I wanted to see how many of you guys noticed that I didn't mention the weapon. And well, I said we're gonna briefly talk about stuff because the M1 Garand and the M1 Carbine, like both of those weapons, like the M1 Garand is one hell of a destroying rifle. It's a machine. It's a freaking awesome weapon. Good at medium range, long range, even sometimes at close range, and the damage model is amazing. This gun is so far the best Garand in Call of Duty history. Like the best performing one, the one like that doesn't let you down anywhere. I just like it. And the M1 Carbine is pretty much a compact Garand on steroids, to be honest. It has zero recoil, literally zero recoil, and a nice fire rate. And it's just a Garand on steroids, a compact Garand on steroids. Like, I don't know what's the difference between those two weapons, other than the Garand is a bit slower, a bit more powerful, but the Carbine is a bit faster. More bullets go into it. Like, those two guns are gonna wreck during the game. I hope they keep them the way they are. Oh well, what can I say? America. Last but certainly not least, the M1903 Springfield. Amazing sniper rifle. I'm really satisfied with this year's sniper rifle. I'm gonna mainly use the Springfield so far, and I think it's one of those fast powered rifle. Like this thing just shreds people. The thing is pretty good for a sniper rifle, and I think it's the best sniper rifle we've seen so far. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's better than the Commonwealth and better than the other semi-automatic sniper rifle we had. But I would say this weapon is going to be one of my main weapons. Like most of the American weapons are going to be my mains, except for the Winchester and the 1911. I'm not going to be a main of those. But like the rest of them, it's just amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a brief look at the American weapons of the game. I know there's still one weapon, the BAR, the Browning automatic rifle, which wasn't in the beta, weirdly. And I don't blame them, because if they put it in the beta, you have showcased the whole American arsenal, and there's no point of buying the game anymore, I guess. But I hope we get some information about that soon. I know it's confirmed, but I don't know when we'll see some gameplay of it. And that's really it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this episode. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please slap a like on it. Before you leave, I want to tell you guys that we have a website, www.ghostpmc.com. You can go, you can contact us, you can join us, you can check our latest content, and you can meet our generals. So make sure to check that out. We also have an Instagram page, a Facebook, Twitter. Everything is linked on this website. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am signing out.